Have you ever tried the most amazing Middle Eastern pancake, Katayef or Atayef? I call them the stuffing pancakes. You can stuff with whatever your heart desires, sweet or salty, and best of all, the shell is completely vegan and it's so simple to make. You cook only on one side, the other side is perfectly cooked. You stuff with salty or sweet stuff. Let me show you how to make it and let's get started. This is actually the simplest batter to make. You're gonna start with half a cup of semolina, and I'm filming this up close so you can see the consistency of the batter. You're gonna add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'll be leaving all the amounts and all the ingredients in the description box below, so check it out. I add 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1 teaspoon of instant yeast, 3 cups of water, and I mix in the blender. You want to make sure everything is well mixed in the blender. Use a spatula to scrape off the edges. When the batter is really smooth, you're gonna add the baking powder and the baking soda. All you need is a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Mix well, and the batter should be very runny, very liquidy. And I'd love to encourage you to check out my YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my recipes. And this is a batter that you can work with right away. You can wait 5 minutes, but that's about it. And I have this special bottle. It makes my life easier, but you don't have to use it. It's an easy pour bottle, but you can use anything. Now let's talk cooking pan. You are absolutely gonna need a non-stick pan for this recipe. You can't use cast iron. You can't use any oil in the pan, so you need a good non-stick pan. I preheat for 5 minutes. You want the heat to be on medium-low. And you're gonna be able to tell when you start pouring the batter. 5 inches in diameter circle is about right. As soon as the batter hits the pan, you're gonna start seeing bubbles immediately. You're gonna cook for about 50 seconds, plus or minus, of course. You're gonna remove just as soon as the batter sets in the middle. Just as it dries in the middle, you're just gonna remove it right away. And I didn't speed the video or anything to show you exactly what happens. This is perfection. I'm gonna let it cool completely. It's gonna start softening a lot after it cools. And it's gonna be so easy to work with. As it cools, it's best to cover them with a cloth towel just to make sure they don't dry out. And place on top of parchment paper. It is the best. They won't stick or anything. They'll stay amazing. I'm gonna finish the whole amount and then I'm gonna show you 2 of the most popular fillings for this Katayef. But you all gave me so many good ideas on savory and sweet fillings that you might want to try. So be as creative as you want. I'm just inspiring you with 2 popular traditional fillings. These are soft, stretchy, and have that beautiful white edge, just like you see here. White on the edges, golden in the middle. Very successful. I love how they turned out. Now I'm gonna start making 2 sweet fillings and the simple syrup. For the filling, you're gonna need walnuts, sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, nutmeg, and some rose water. I add the walnuts, sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, grind but not too finely, and then add a touch of rose water. First filling is finished. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a generous tablespoon in the middle and close just like so. Look how easy this will close up. It is actually so much fun to fill them. It's gonna look like a crescent, and I'm gonna show you another one, and then I'm gonna show you the next filling. And it's my personal favorite. It's a cheese filling. When it cooks, it's gonna be melted. The outside will be crispy with the cheese filling. So good. I'm using for this a panela cheese. You can use a cow cheese, but panela is really available everywhere and it tastes so good in this recipe. I add a generous amount, but it needs to close comfortably, so pay attention to that. This is perfect. Let's make the sugar syrup. Sugar, water, a little bit of lemon juice, some rose water or orange blossom water for flavoring. And you can choose not to add the rose water or the orange blossom. It adds a nice flavor though. Now you can deep fry your katayef in vegetable oil or canola oil, or you can brush them with any neutral oil and bake in the oven. And this is my preferred way of cooking these. I'm gonna bake them, brush them on both sides with vegetable oil, and bake at 375 degrees for 20 minutes or until they become a little golden, crisp up on the edges. And this is how they should look like. And they're now ready for a drizzle of simple syrup. And it's okay that your katayef are hot. The simple syrup is hot, is totally fine. And of course, if you want to do a savory filling, you don't need the simple syrup. Be as creative as you like. Give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments box below. Look at this cheese one. It looks great. Can't wait to try with a hot cup of tea. And until next time, bon appétit!